Marvel Rivals just came out and the game is insanely popular on launch, but it's a heavy game and you might be looking at some optimization tricks if you want to run it properly. My name is Idullah, you're watching Candid.Technology, and in this video we're talking about how you can optimize Marvel Rivals on PC. So one of the first things that you can do is to log into the game, open the settings, head over to the settings, and play around with your display settings. Now there are a few things you can do here. You can switch the game to full screen, that just helps with stability. Then in anti-aliasing and super resolution type, if you have a DLSS, select that. If you want to use AMD FSR or Intel XeSS, select them as well. So depending if you have an NVIDIA GPU, you will see the DLSS option here. If you can, use it. Otherwise, use either AMD or Intel's anti-aliasing to get yourself a better performance. In the super resolution mode, make sure that you select performance here, because that's what's going to give you the best options. Alright, now for frame rate, it's best if you use DLSS frame generation. It works better than FSR3 in my opinion, but depending on whether you have an NVIDIA or AMD GPU, one of these two is going to work better. You can turn it off if your computer can run the game at over 60 FPS in normal situations, but this just gives you a much better frame rate. Next up is your FPS cap. You don't really need to set it, but you can set it to your monitor's refresh rate, so your CPU and GPU aren't overworking, producing frames that you will never see. Finally, make sure you disable VSync, and then in the final step, the game already has an optimization option. So if you click optimize here, the game automatically optimizes all of the different graphics settings based on your hardware. For my hardware, high graphics settings give me a pretty good FPS, but your mileage may vary. So once you've made all of these changes, now if I go and start a game, so currently I'm getting 60 FPS, and that's primarily because I think the game is locked to 60 FPS in the menu. But let's quickly open a match and see how well we perform. Okay, it's quick. I think it would be better if we just... Alright, so the game has launched up. I'm going to select Iron Man. I can't confirm this because somebody else has taken Iron Man. Okay, Spider-Man is also taken. Scarlet Witch is also taken. What am I going to play as? Doctor Strange? Okay, Doctor Strange it is. Okay, so as you can see, I'm hovering at around the 100 FPS mark at the moment, and the game has launched, and this is working with the screen recording, so that should work out well. So how you manage your game's in-game settings work massively and can change how your game performs. As you can see, setting it up properly works pretty well. I'm running at 120 FPS, and let's quickly see how it handles once we start getting enemies here as well. Alright, got one at least. In any case, as you can see, the game is working just about as well as you can expect it to. And so that's how you can optimize your in-game settings. Now, if in-game settings aren't doing the trick for you and you still seem to be stuck at a particular frame rate, chances are you're experiencing problems with your GPU software capping your frame rate. Now, I have an NVIDIA software, so I can deal with frame rates that way, but yours might vary. In any case, if you have an NVIDIA GPU, go ahead and launch the NVIDIA app. Yeah, head over to graphics right here, then head to global settings, and you will see your maximum frame rate option right here. Make sure that this is either turned off or set to whatever the maximum refresh rate of your monitor is. For example, my monitor tops out at 144 Hz, so that's where I like to cap the FPS. Generally, you would want at least 60 FPS when playing a game like this, but the higher you can get, the better. Another thing that you can try is an update to your graphics card driver. Now, if I head over to the driver section here, as you can see, I have the latest driver installed, and it comes with the optimizations for Marvel Rivals, which is what we want because the game is optimized properly, it runs properly with a particular set of drivers. So you can make sure that you have the best version of the driver, latest version of the driver installed. You can also check for updates manually if you believe there is another one. And finally, make sure that you have the game ready driver and not studio drivers. Game ready drivers offer the best possible performance for a game, while studio drivers are more inclined towards programs like Premiere Pro, After Effects, and so on and so forth. If updating the drivers did not work for you, chances are you need to look into your PC's performance mode. Now, if you have a laptop, chances are you will have a companion utility from Omen or from MSI or from Asus or whatever your laptop's manufacturer decides to put there. Basically, I have an Omen laptop, so I can open the Omen Gaming Hub. And as you can see, if I head over to the performance section here, you can see that I have different performance modes. So make sure that your laptop is set to the highest performance mode possible when you're playing a game, and that it's plugged in so that you would get the best performance possible. Finally, if nothing else works and you want absolutely the best possible frame rate, you can use a custom engine.ini file to make some changes in Unreal Engine that aren't visible in the game, so you can get the maximum performance possible. I don't recommend that you do this because your game is going to look absolutely horrible. But if you need FPS and you're in a pinch, you can do this. Now, to do this, just head over to the pastebin link in the description below. Do keep in mind that I did not make these settings, so I obviously don't recommend you follow them without any sort of warning, because they can cause problems with the game. But these are mostly just Unreal Engine settings. So what you have to do is copy this entire document. And now I'm going to open up a notepad file, just bring it here, and I'm going to copy paste this in. Now let's save this as okay, I want to save this in my dump folder, and I'm going to save this as all files, and I'm going to call it engine.ini. Okay, this is done. I can close my browser. So now if I open up File Explorer, you can see that I have this engine.ini file saved here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it, then I'm going to open Windows, the run prompt, type in %local app data %, click OK. This opens up another folder. Now we head over to Marvel. We find the Marvel folder here. Double click this, double click on saved, double click on config, then Windows, and then you can just move the file here. And that's that. Now when you restart the game, all of these changes will take effect. Once again, they'll make your game look like crap, but you will get the best performance possible. If you like this video, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, press the bell icon, and tell us in the comments below what more such content can we make for you. If you'd like to know more about tech, visit our website Candid.Technology, follow us on social media, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video.